Chu Cuoi Lives on the Moon.
Part 1.
One story has Chu Cuoi sitting under a banyan tree. There are many stories about Chu Cuoi. This story tells of how he ended up on the distant moon. One day, Chu Cuoi entered a forest to gather some wood. After crossing a fountain, he reached a cave and saw some tiger cubs. Although they were small, Chu Cuoi was afraid that they might kill him. This made Chu Cuoi think he should kill the cubs. Chu Cuoi stealthily climbed up a big rock next to the cave and proceeded to kill the cubs. But at that exact moment, the mother tiger returned. Frightened, Chu Cuoi quickly raced up a tree. The mother tiger began licking the scars of her dead cubs. Then she went to the fountain and took a mouthful of leaves from a banyan tree. She carefully chewed the leaves before applying them to the scars. All of a sudden, the dead cubs stood up. They ran around excitedly, wagging their tails. The mother tiger and her cubs soon went deep into the forest. Chu Cuoi had discovered that the banyan tree contained some mysterious medicine.
I could cure people with this tree.
Chu Cuoi pulled up the banyan tree by its roots. On his way home, he saw an old man on the street who appeared to have fallen. The old man's body was very cold, and he wasn't breathing. Chu Cuoi quickly picked a few leaves off the banyan tree, chewed them, and then put them into the old man's mouth. The old man opened his eyes and slowly stood up.
Take good care of this tree and help many sick people. Make sure you give it clean water from the fountain. Should you give it dirty water, the tree will fly into the sky.
Upon saying this, the old man disappeared, carrying his cane. Chu Cuoi lived a lonely, solitary life. One day, he saw a dead dog floating down a stream. He rescued it and then put some of the special banyan leaves in its mouth. The dog was revived at once and ran around wagging its tail. From then on, the dog became Chu Cuoi's friend. A rumor began circulating that Chu Cuoi had a tree that could bring the dead back to life. A woman in the neighborhood village fell into a fountain and died. Her family came to Chu Cuoi and begged him to save her life. He went to their house, chewed on some banyan leaves, and put them in her mouth. The woman, who had just been dead, opened her eyes wide and smiled brilliantly. The father was very glad.
I will give you anything you want, whether it is rice paddies or water buffaloes. How can I return the favor?
He asked. The father decided to marry his daughter off to Chu Cuoi. This is how Chu Cuoi married the most beautiful girl in the village. To be continued in Part 2.